All right, so class 10 or 3 if you're in digital imaging 2. Uh, so uh, what we're going to cover today is kind of an in-between thing. We're going to talk more or less about the automated functions of Photoshop. So most of the time we think of Photoshop, we usually think of the manual aspects of it, of cutting things out, pasting things, doing adjustments, stuff like that. What this is going to be is kind of like a catch-all, where it's going to be a bunch of kind of like the random, more automated things, where basically you do a couple of buttons and Photoshop does most of the legwork. So the way that I kind of broke this down is have an explanation of the things I'm going to cover underneath. What you're going to do is that this is the video is going to be there. There is this photo merge. So what you can do is I already have these images here. So basically, you don't even have to really do this, to be honest. You can just watch it real quick. Basically, it just makes it so that you can combine multiple images together to make one large panorama of a bunch of images. Right. So that's just something that Photoshop can do. Here what you see is you can make an HDR image. So the idea is that you take your images at different exposures, different f-stops. So you can have it overexposed, maybe kind of slightly right, a little bit too dark. I think you need at least 3 images. But the more that you take at different exposures, the better it will become. And what this does is it will actually combine the images in order to create a more full, robust HDR, high dynamic range image. There's also the actions, which is something you're going to have to do for the assignment. Basically, what it allows you to do is you can record your actions, the things that you do inside of Photoshop, and save that. And then you can just hit play, and you can apply it to any other image later on. Batch and droplet is sort of the same idea, but instead of having to manually open up each image, you could say apply an action to a whole bunch of images. And then here I kind of show you how to use the slice tool in order to make a website using Photoshop. Okay. After that are the neural filters. Basically, they're just special filters. They're like one of the newest things that Photoshop has come out with. It uses AI in order to generate various effects. Some of them are very useful. Some of them are super neat and cool. A bunch of them are kind of worthless, where they look very computery and not that great. So, but I just want you to play around with those. I kind of explained that in this video that hasn't uploaded yet. And then it will be the assignment. What I would tell you to do as far as this week is you could just quickly kind of watch these videos if you want. You can participate in them if you'd like as well. Some of them won't work, maybe. So like the droplet, I was having issues on the Mac doing this. It might still work. If it's a personal computer, that will work. The batch will work, but the droplet might not. Also, the Zoomify part of this, there's photo merge and Zoomify. Zoomify, it's kind of older. I wouldn't really worry about that either. And then this, again, the lab materials are here to complete it if you want. But if you want to just quickly watch it, so one of the things you can do is, what I like to do is I will hit play, and then I will go to the settings here, and I do the playback speed, and I do 2 times. So that way it just goes real quick, so I can get the information, because some people talk very slow. I feel like talk a little bit faster through mine, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But if you want to speed up my videos, just go to the settings and do that. That's what I do. Yeah. So just basically go through, just watch them real quick. Like I said, just do the 2 times speed. Do the neural filters. Just more or less what I want you to do is just play around with them, and then I will have a video here to explain what I want you to do for the assignment.